Hey, I'm Helena. I run a travel blog on Squarespace with over 1.6 million yearly page views. And I've been using Squarespace for 5 years for myself and for clients. So on this channel, I'm aiming to share clear step-by-step tutorials that help you blog confidently on Squarespace. So let's jump in. Today's video is hopefully going to be a pretty quick one. I just want to run you through the settings of a blog post before you hit publish. So once your blog post is in there, you've done all of the SEO work that you want to do, you've added your pictures, you've structured your headings, you have proofread it, all of that. I'm going to show you what to do in the blog settings section of Squarespace before you hit publish. So we're here in the back end of my blog, and the one we're going to work on today is this one. And to see the settings of your blog post, you just hover over it and you get these three dots here. So I'm going to click those three dots, and on this menu, you want to hit settings. And you're going to see this with the menu on the left-hand side. So the first thing I'm going to do is look at this page, and this is your feature image. So this is going to appear on your blog overview page if you have a template that's using images for every blog post on your page of your website. So I'm just going to quickly add an image in here. This is for Soul. Let's find a horizontal one. You don't have to do horizontal, but just because I know the format of the template I'm using, all of the other images are horizontal, so I want to keep that format the same. Often as well, this featured image will be used if you're going to it's going to be the default image if you feature it on the front page of your website. So you can toggle it to be a featured post. You can toggle it to be a featured post, which is in the settings here somewhere as well. If you share it to social media and you don't set a separate social sharing image, this is often the one that will be shared. So it's good practice to put an image in here. I would pick either the main one from your blog post or one that showcases clearly what blog post is about. In this case, it's Soul. The excerpt here, again, this is what is often pulled when it's shared on social media, when it's featured on your website. In the case of the blog overview page, part of this excerpt also gets pulled. So I've written an SEO optimized excerpt for this blog post. Again, I want it to be SEO optimized because this is often what is pulled by Google's search engines to when you search on Google and you have the heading and then there's a little bit of text underneath. This is the excerpt. That is the excerpt of text that you often see. You can, again, add a different one in under SEO here. I tend to use the same excerpt here as I do in the SEO section here where I put the SEO description. So you'll see it even explains here for you. This is what the browser window title and excerpt is matched to. So when you can even see this is what the example of it would look like here. So you've got the title, the name of your site, the URL, and the excerpt here. So to go back to your content page, you've got your excerpt here. The URL, again, this is important for SEO. You don't want it to be a really long URL. You don't want loads of filler like to and in and this is something that is personalizable and highly specific to your blog. And search engines will also use this to index and understand what your post is about. So I would either leave this as best place to visit in Seoul. If I'm doing an itinerary, I would put 3-day itinerary Seoul, or you could do it the other way around. Seoul 3-day itinerary. Make sure you're putting dashes in between the words. It just makes it easier for search engines and for humans to read. I occasionally see people with URLs that look like this, and obviously that's hard to read for everyone. So there's your URL. The author is me. You can ignore this unless you do want to cite any sources. This is original content. You don't need that. And options, this is where you can change the status. So currently it's in draft. If you're working with a team, they might ask you to review it and they could mark it as needs review. You can schedule it here. So if you tick this and you want to schedule it for a time in the future, this is how you do it here. You can just change the date and time. Or I could change to this right now and hit saved, and that would set it to published. You can also change the published date. So if you want this publication date to be a week ago, you can click a different date in the past. Keep it as draft for now. SEO. So this is what I was just talking about before. This is how your blog post is going to appear in search engine results. So you can see this example here. This is a really great way to just see how it's going to fit in if you were to search for this on Google. So here you've got the title. It's currently pulling the title of the article. If you wanted to change this, you could do so. Maybe I want to change this and just clarify the country. So best place to visit in Seoul, South Korea. So there we are, a little bit longer, clarifies the country. It's got the name of my site, which is automatically there. And then this is the SEO description that I also used as the excerpt. You can retype this. Mine is probably a little bit long, but you can edit this as you see fit. Social image, if you're planning to share it, perhaps you share it across your social media platforms on Facebook, on X. If you add an image here, you get the card that auto-populates on Facebook and X, and this would be the image that would show up there. So if you want to design a separate sharing image that includes maybe the text of the name of the blog post as well as an image, you can do that here. I personally don't add an image in there, mostly because I don't share URLs on their own in that way. But again, totally up to you and how your business works. This is if you have an email platform connected, or if you want to auto push out to social media. I also don't do this, but great way to minimize the amount of work that you have to do if you wanted to just instantly cross post to socials as soon as you post, or to notify your email subscribers. Location, again, I don't use this. I'm not a physical business. I don't need this part, but if you are, this might be helpful to you. So really the main bits that you need are on the content page for your excerpt, your URL, here for updating your tags and categories as well. It's an important one I have missed. After you've decided whether you're publishing it's draft or scheduled, you can add any relevant tags here. So I would put South Korea, Seoul. That's probably it. Tags were overused in the past, and I think they're not as important as they were now. And every tag you create creates like a separate index tag for your site, which is just not necessary. So I would just keep it minimal. Again, it's just an indicator to help Google understand or to help search engines understand what your website is about. And categories here, this category is Asia. So I've already marked this here. That means on my drop-down menu, it will come under my Asia category. And that's it. I hit save. And now all of that information is changed. And when I'm ready to hit publish, all of that information will be there.